Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to That's Football Goldbridge Musings this morning. And I want to get your opinions on this. We spoke about Man City yesterday. We spoke about the result and many of us expected it to happen. But what I want to talk about is why the media are so tame when it comes to their glory boy, Pep Guardiola. He's been shit in the bed for weeks and they're still kissing his arse. I mean, I've watched it all. I've listened to it all and it's been going on for weeks. And whether it's Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, even Newcastle, if they go on half the run Pep's been on, time to go, not good enough, yeah, fell off, not the right man, maybe it's time for a change. But because it's Pep Guardiola and we've had to listen to the likes of Lineker and Neville, etc., kissing their arse for so long, it's all like, he's going through a tough time. Yeah, things just aren't going right for him at the moment. I think it might be the weather. Yeah, I think he might have changed his dentist. Yeah, there's multiple reasons why it's going wrong. And you look at it and you go, they are rubbish. Their run of results is rubbish. Their football is rubbish. No one's scared of them anymore. He's got no tactical answer. I mean, for me, it still jumps out massively that it's Rodri. But regardless of what it is, I just think it needs to stop. People are bored of it. I think a lot of people over the last few years have sort of staked their reputation on the brilliance of Pep Guardiola. And I'm talking about journalists, media, content creators, and they look like a bunch of morons because nobody is immortal. If you follow football, and I've said this before, fair play to people who are getting into football in their early 20s, teens, etc. But I don't need to listen to you telling me that Rodri's got more to his game than Keane when you're up your mum's chuff when Roy Keane was playing. And it's the same with Pep Guardiola. They start comparing Pep Guardiola to Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson was in his prime 25 years ago. You were up your mum's chuff. What are you talking about? You can't dissect somebody on YouTube clips and website articles. You've got to live it. And we're living it. And we're living this Pep Guardiola fake world whereby you've got this whole, people want now to be better. And people want nostalgia to be better. And the reality is you've got to take it on a case-by-case basis. And when it comes to Pep Guardiola, he's been living on a reputation for a decade that people will refuse now to actually acknowledge was a little bit over the top. The comparisons with somebody like Sir Alex Ferguson is incredible. The comparisons with Mourinho are more fair. And when you look at Jose Mourinho, he is the message. I remember Jose when he was at Chelsea, when he was at Real Madrid, and I thought he's going to dominate football for as long as he wants to. And you look at him now, he's a mere mortal. He's one of the greatest managers that's ever managed in the game, but he's a mere mortal. And so is Pep Guardiola. That's exactly what's happened. He has been shown up to be what he actually is. He's actually just a mere mortal, as I just changed the angle there. Yeah, he's a mere mortal. That's all he is. He's not this be-all and end-all manager. And I think that also you've got to start, people don't want to do it because we like Pep. We love Pep. He's changed the English game forever. What's he changed about the English game? He's stopped individualism. He's made it very pragmatic. Every week, in every game, in every league, we are... look at Ipswich yesterday. And you can give me countless goals. I'll tell you what Pep's legacy is. Passing between the lines, not taking people on, killing of, people like Jack Grealish's pure talent, playing out from the back where we probably see 30% of goals conceded every Premier League weekend because Pratts are playing out from the back. It's a style of football. It's no different to the style of football that Mourinho brought into the game. It's no different to the style of football that Wenger brought in. But people have been polishing his ego for too long. They are absolutely dreadful. And if we're going to over-egg the pudding of Pep Guardiola's impact on English football, then let's over-egg the pudding on the last two months that have been absolutely terrible. Terrible. I mean, it's not even a joke. Their run of form is sackable 2 times. And you don't get it from the mainstream at all. They're all going, oh, he's having it hard. He's getting it hard. He's not a bloody porn star. He's meant to be a manager. What's going on? And I look at it and I think, you know what? I'm grateful for communities like this and others that actually watch football and realise that there is no such thing in this world as lasting forever. Everything will change, and that's the evolution of football. And at the moment, Pep Guardiola is either massively overrated and reliant on the Messis, De Bruynes, Rodris of this world, or he's a limited coach who's been figured out and no one's scared of him anymore. Look, one way or another, there's a really good conversation to be had about Pep Guardiola, but nobody wants to have it. And to be fair, a lot of people don't want to have it because Man City are boring. But let's break it down for a moment. Pep Guardiola, what's going wrong? All of these things reflect badly on him. One, his football is limited and it's been figured out. Two, teams aren't scared of them anymore, which is, that's like being a boxer, isn't it? And being really, really good. And then people are like, we're not scared of you anymore. And three, his team aren't playing for him anymore, which means that the aura is dead because I don't think they are. And four, he's massively reliant on one player, which is Rodri. And I don't believe it's the 115 because the 115 has been hanging around for a while. I mean, they won a treble with the 115 there. So I just think that it just frustrates me a lot when, I love football. That's why we do this. And I'm like, I see like the way if Spurs lose a game and it's get rid of Ange, this, that and the other on the radio or on the TV. Saw it with Ten Hag, get rid of him. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but it's the bias that some people avoid it. I mean, look at Man City's results. I wouldn't have even predicted that Man City would have lost 2 of the amount of games that they've lost in the last 2 months. It's relentless. It's deserved. They are terrible. And people are still going, well, it's Pep. It's Pep. I'm watching Match of the Day. I'm watching Sky. I'm watching TNT. I'm reading the papers. And it's like, well, it's Pep. Why are we making excuses for a guy who's got more money than everybody else, has got the best squad, has best experience, is apparently the best manager? How are you failing? How are you failing when you've got most money, the best squad, you've won multiple titles, you're meant to be the best coach in the world? How are you failing so badly? But no, it doesn't matter. Let him off the hook. It's fine. I'll tell you what, it needs to be called out more. The media in this country, and I know the media annoys Will when I do it on the podcast, but the analysis is so bad. It's just so bad and lazy. And it needs calling out. This is an amazing Premier League season. We're heading into a really interesting day of fixtures and a really interesting Christmas period. I think the Premier League's at its very best. And I'm all for ignoring City. But honestly, we've had it rammed down our throat for years how great this manager is. He's absolutely falling apart. And so many other managers have been treated to that treatment of scrutiny. And he's getting away with it. Why? It's got to stop. People have got to stop analysing it. Man City have been boring for years. You've finally got a story to analyse the disintegration of Pep Guardiola as a coach. And they don't want to do it. Get your comments in below. Thanks for watching. Smash a like on the video. I'll speak to you on the next one.